Welcome once again. The topic that I am going to discuss with you are very frequent coming into the news, and it is very important for the examinations of UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, for IAS exam and other related state PCS types of examinations, and it could be used for other exam as well at the state level. The very important topic is that the National Green Tribunal Act. This tribunal actually passed by the Act in 2010 and got the President signature 2nd June 2010 and became the law passed by the Indian Parliament. The very purpose of this NGT is that to deal effectively and expedite the disposal of cases related to the environmental protection and conservation of forests and other resources. Any legal rights, other resources means any legal rights of environmental and giving environment and giving relief and compensation for damage to persons and property and for matter connected therewith. That means if connected with these, if environmental damage done by any company or anybody else is occurring to the persons, then the NGT will punish that company as a compensation for that person. I am very concerned about this topic because we are very frequently witnessing this NGTs handling the cases against the perpetrators of the environmental damages. So it is not handling the cases. Now be careful. It is not handling the cases related to the Wildlife Protection Acts, etc. So be careful about this. It is only handles the case of environmental protection because of it has a relevance in Indian Constitution of Article 21, right to live with dignity, right to life and personal liberty kind of thing. So right to live with dignity and right to life is also the environmental issue. So government is bound to have a law and clean environment, so that the government passed the Water Protection and Pollution Controls Act and Air Pollution Controls Act as well. So in that scenario, in Water and Air Act, CPCB Pollution Control Board has been established. So to handle these two issues, the NGTs has been established to expedite the cases related to the environmental degradation and forest damages. I will go into great detail about the many issues, many laws that has been made, and I will cover the Biodiversity Act as well. And this is actually the government document, National Green Tribunals Act. It act to establish the Green Tribunal. Okay, so this is the law in my hand, and I'm going to in great detail explanation. Okay, the continuance of the National Green Tribunals Act 2010. Actually, I want to tell you guys that the principle of natural justice is a kind of thing which is enshrined and given to the Supreme Court of India under Article 141, which is not to follow the procedure established, but to follow the natural justice, what is right. Supreme Court is not bound by the procedure established. He can adopt natural justice, and as same as that of Supreme Court line, NGT has also given importance of natural justice, not to follow the CRPC, Criminal Procedures Act, 1908, not bound and not follows the CRPC. Instead of that, it is following the principle of natural justice. That is the important thing. But NGT consists of the chairperson, and chairperson would be appointed by the our central government, and there is judicial members and expert members. These judicial and expert members should be not less than 10, but in between 10 and 20 would be decided by the central government. Okay. So now these days, 5 places, in these 5 places, the NGT has been established: New Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, and Pune, and Bhopal. These 5 places have the benches of NGT, and the regional benches have also been established, many important cities. Okay. Friends, the NGT, its chairpersons and judicial members can only be a judge of the Supreme Court or Chief Justice of High Courts. Be careful about this. The chairpersons and judicial members, not experts. Be careful. Not experts. Judicial member has 10 to 20 member bodies, and chairpersons is one chairperson that would be appointed by the Supreme Court. Judge of the Supreme Court can only has the qualification to become the chairpersons, and Chief Justice of the High Courts, not ordinary judges of High Courts. You be careful. Chief Justice of a High Court, but the judges of the High Court can become the judicial member. The judges of the High Court cannot become the chairpersons. Judges of the High Court can become judicial member, but Chief Justice of High Court can become chairpersons and judicial member as well. So there is a distinction. Be careful about this. Experts member 10 to 20 would be selected by the central government from who has the qualification or degree of Master of Science in Physical Sciences and Life Sciences, doctoral degrees, and technical experts. So we can see that a person has a degree of Master of Science in Physical Science or Life Science with a doctoral degree of Master Engineering and Master of Technology, and has experience of 15 years in the relevant fields, including 5 years in the practical experience in the fields of environment, forest, including the pollution control, hazardous substance management, environment impact assessment, climate change management, biological diversity management, and forest conservation in a reputed national level institutions. So this kind of things is there. Chairperson shall be appointed by the central government in consultation with the Chief Justice of India. Okay. Let me tell you the appointment of chairperson shall be appointed. Chairperson shall be appointed by the central government in consultation with Chief Justice of India. Judicial members and expert members of the tribunal shall be appointed on the recommendations of such selection committee and in such manner as may be prescribed. Okay. गाइस एक मैटर ये भी है इसमें, द चेयरपर्सन जुडिशियल मेंबर्स एंड एक्सपर्ट मेंबर्स ऑफ द ट्रिब्यूनल शैल नॉट होल्ड any other office during their tenure as such. The chairperson and other judicial expert members shall not, for a period of 2 years from the date on which they cease to hold office, except the National Green Tribunal also derive their authority from the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974 and Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Cess Act 1977 and Forest Conservation Act 1980 and Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981, Environmental Protection Act 1986 and the Public Liability Insurance Act 1991 and the Biodiversity Act 2001 and other acts relating to the environment shall have the meaning respectively assigned to them in their acts. Okay. Guys, listen once again that the chairperson, judicial members and expert member of the tribunal shall hold office as such for a term of 5 years from the date on which they enter upon their office, but shall not be eligible for reappointment. They are not eligible for reappointment. Okay, they can hold office only for 5 years. Okay, provided that in case a person who is or has been judge of the Supreme Court has been appointed as chairperson or judicial member of the tribunal, he shall not hold office after he has attained the age of 70 years, because the Supreme Court judge would not hold office in the Supreme Court after the 65 years. Okay, and the High Court judges retirement is 62 years. You know everything about this, their age limitations. Okay, so if you add 65 plus 5, 70 years. So the Supreme Court judge can be a chairperson or member of the tribunal up to the 70 years. Okay, and 62 plus 5, 67 years for the High Court judges. Okay, it is known to everybody. And the expert member shall not hold office after the attainment of 65 years of age. Okay.